The Lesbian Space Princess Situation. What type of name is that?
Is a film like no other. One that has united warring tribes and has created an unholy blood alliance.
Can you show that on YouTube? It can't be right. Judging off the thumbnail, I thought this was like some gooner bait. But like, brother, first 5 seconds of the video, what are we watching, bro? Why did I see straight yitties on my screen?
It's between the internet's worst fan bases. And that film is, of course, Lesbian Space Princess. I know what you're thinking, but yes, this is a real movie, and right now it's on the front page of Twitter getting absolutely flamed. Because many members of the LGBT community have picked up their pitchforks and torches to go and protest against this film.
What did it do though? What did it do?
Which is kind of surprising considering that lesbian is literally in the name.
Yeah.
So why is this happening? Well, in this video, it's time to get into the tale of Lesbian Space Princess. We're going to discuss what this film is about, why people despise it, and analyze a recent trend of these kinds of movies being rated very differently between critics and audiences.
What the hell? Bro, I ain't gonna lie.
What this film is about, why—
From what I'm seeing, this remind me of like, it looks forced, bro. Why is a 7 feet tall dominatrix in your movie in the first place?
People despise it.
And then what is this?
And analyze a recent trend of these kinds of movies being rated.
And then, nigga, if you gonna hold them up with a vat of acid, why are they hung like this, bro? Why is the ass just first and foremost before anything?
Very differently between critics and audiences. So first things first, I need to answer the question, just what is a lesbian space princess?
I'm gonna need you to explain, bro, because right now this just look like straight LGBT gooner bait. So why the hell is they mad at it? Talk to me. Talk to me.
Okay, let me bring you guys up to speed on this movie in case you haven't seen it. Today, I put myself through the torture of giving it a full 90 minutes of my time.
90 minutes of that?
Though, in case you haven't seen the movie yet and you still want to, spoiler alert. Okay, you can skip to the timestamp on screen now and there will be a lot less spoilers. Still though, I would very much recommend you—
I do not gotta worry about watching this, bro. I promise you I don't gotta worry. Like I said, skip. Dude, you're not watching this. And if you watch this, I'm gonna think of you differently, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Pausing this video and then watching it if you really care. Anyways, for the rest of you, time to buckle your seatbelts because this is genuinely the plot. Set in
Better mute up, bro.
Clitopolis, a lesbian society, you have two lovers, Syra and Kiki. The two have been dating for 2 weeks and they then break up. After which, Kiki is kidnapped by straight white malians.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Oh, brother.
Used to be the most powerful beings in the universe, but clearly not anymore. They want Syra's royal labris, which is basically a battle axe with ties to the lesbian community. And they want it in order to power their chick magnets, because straight white malians can no longer get chicks.
Bro, what the fuck are they talking about? What are you like, what words? Are you even thinking about what you're writing before you say it right now? What?
Nonetheless, she sets out on her quest to save Nikki.
Yo, this was made for radical feminists? Dude, these are made for radical retards. Like, what?
Joining her on this journey are other characters, such as Willow, a former gay pop idol, and Blade, a drag queen
gay pop idol
that helps Syra summon the labris, just so they can steal it for themselves. A fight ensues, Blade is then decapitated, and Syra and Willow make their escape. Willow and Syra then hook up, then break up, and Syra gets the labris to the straight white malians who let Kiki go. Kiki still turns down Syra, and Syra learns that Kiki is a narcissistic a-hole and that she deserves better. Heading back to Clitopolis, having fundamentally checked—
Like, I just can't take this movie serious. Clitopolis, bro? Clitopolis? This reminds me of like Rick and Morty's cringe-ass humor hooked up or cranked up to like 11. Like, it breaks the scale. It's so ass. It's got 130,000 in box office. Say you swear to God this was shown in movie theaters. Say you swear to God this was shown in movie theaters. Who was previewing this? Lesbian Space? No way. Dude, Australia and the United Kingdom?
Changed as a person. So that's the movie. What's the problem with it? Well, let's see.
Oh my, ew, dude.
Okay, we have a lot to get through here, and first of all, I think it's very important to clarify that not everybody looks at this movie and feels the same way. Some people watch it, and I'm sure absolutely loved it. Others watched it and, well, think it's the second coming of Satan. This film, despite what Twitter says,
Great white millions.
definitely has a fan base.
No
the movie
way.
is a very by-the-books adventure plot, but it is seen through the lens of a young adult or maybe teenage lesbian perspective, and that's something that I don't think I've seen before. The movie might
Okay, yeah, they're right. I was gonna say this is just the only reason this movie should probably ever have fans is because the fact that there's not many movies like it. You know what I'm saying? When I think of a lesbian adventure movie, finding yourself shit, I can't think of anything, bro. I'm gonna be so dead ass. No, I actually can. What was that one movie? And it was like high school. Like it was about a bunch of high schoolers, like lesbian fight club bottoms. It was this, bro. Two unpopular high school queer students start a fight club to have sex before graduation. I got halfway through watching this movie and God, I couldn't finish this shit. God, I couldn't finish it. It was actually, why is it rated 6.7? Hey. It was funny as hell, but like I felt uncomfortable watching it, bro. It's weird to also make a rated R movie that's about teenagers. Like, I'm not trying to get too woke on this, but like, I don't know. It was very odd to me, like imagining high schoolers doing all of this. Why couldn't it be college, bro? Why couldn't it be the final year of college? Nothing woke about that? Hey, man, some niggas will view it a lot differently. They'd be like, bro, it's just a movie. Who gives a fuck, you know?
But
I had to
little
stop
known
myself
secret,
for a second.
I'm not a lesbian, so it's not like I'm a connoisseur of lesbian media. That said, I could definitely see this film gaining a strong cult audience of LGBT members.
Win.
If not for one small detail, that being that a lot of LGBT people don't like it at all. And sifting through responses, it appears as though most of the criticism that comes from the LGBT community revolves around one character in particular, that being Blade. This is an
You
LGBT
want the black girl? Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense, but isn't it also, I mean, it is weird to make like the only other villain in the movie a black trans drag queen. Like that's a little bit weird. Right next to the straight white millions. You know what I'm saying? That is a little bit odd. But it doesn't matter though, because the main character is black or is she Indian?
movie, but Blade,
Why is there a man in Clitopia? Who fucking knows?
a drag queen is a villain. And if I'm not mistaken, they're also the only major character that is 100% confirmed as gender non-conforming. Furthermore, Blade, a drag queen of color, is also killed at the end, which I guess plays into even more stereotypes of killing characters of color and burying your gays. Because Blade is also a twist villain, there have even been Medium posts claiming that this plays into the myth of gender non-conforming people trying to trick others. So are these coincidences just a result of storytelling, or is there something deeper going on?
Dude, I honestly thought they'd be frying this movie because it's ass. Like, Clitopia, like, that just sounds like a bad South Park joke. But I mean, I get where they're coming from, like, with the actual criticism.
Throughout the internet, you have gay people and straight people.
That's what makes it not bad, not straight white malians, double standards. Dude, double standards are always gonna exist. Yo, I'm not gonna sit here and cape for white people. I'm not gonna lie to you, but we all know that when it comes to a certain specific type of community, if a straight white man does bad and a bad thing, right, it can never be excused by that certain community. But if a gay black woman was to do the same thing, it could be excused by that community because it is oppression, diversity, whatever, you know?
People alike.
Obviously, both are bad. I'm not of anything, but I'm just saying, though, like, I'm in the Big Brother community. I see it happen a lot, bro. A black contestant can be an asshole. It's whatever. A white contestant does the same thing. It's, oh, you're all of a sudden, you're fucking hellspawn. You're the devil. But, like I said, I'm not caping for white people, bro, because if you know, you know.
That are criticizing the film and its representation. And so this is where I want to hear from you guys watching the video, especially members of the LGBT community that have already seen the film.
Okay, I guess I can speak on it. I can speak on it just a little bit.
What do you think? I've seen some people say that the hate for this is definitely overblown, yet others think that the writers might be TERFs, aka a trans exclusionary radical feminist, for those of you that don't know the term. Now, let me clarify that I'm not coming out here to accuse the writers of this movie of being TERFs. That's definitely not my opinion, it's just kind of a common one on the internet. but this speculation has landed the film in a very, very vulnerable spot online.
Like what?
Because obviously, if you have a film where the antagonist is, and I quote, straight white malians, you're essentially guaranteed backlash. However, this film has the added distinction of being hated by the very people that it wants to appeal to. Because based upon all of the responses that I've seen online, by and large, they describe it at best as just mid, very mediocre, and at worst as trying to take a shot at the LGBT.
$600,000 budget? Holy shit! Yo, I was thinking when I seen the box office, I'm like, damn, this movie probably did good as hell. No, who actually funded this? Who funded this? Umbrella Entertainment?
Community, despite being an LGBT film. At the end of the day, an ethnic minority drag queen antagonist is, at least at surface level, probably not the best representation. But does it have to be this way? Can a character like Blade just be an antagonist without their identity being brought up? Should we not be working towards a place where black villains and gay villains and gender non-conforming villains are just villains that happen to share these characteristics?
Wait a minute.
I mean, in the film, there are multiple antagonists. We already have the straight white malians, which means that the drag queen isn't the only villain.
I guess
and I don't think
queen.
that Blade is necessarily that complex, but a lot of the time, I think that villains are the most entertaining and rich characters.
Facts. Now, what he's saying with can a villain can be a villain without their identity conforming who they are, you know what I'm saying, around without their race having to be a big deal? Yes, they can, but audiences aren't going to take that way. Aren't going to take it that way. Not in our lifetime, bro. If a person sees a black villain, you know, I'm not going to say what type of feelings they're going to feel towards that. If a person sees a white villain, that's way more normal for them because white people are equally shown as being the good guys, the bad guys, the anti-heroes, all of that, right? Now, me personally, I don't think villains' race should matter at that much. Half the cast was already colored. Now, I'm understanding. I understand. That's why I say it shouldn't matter. It really shouldn't.
Should we be excluding racial and sexual minorities?
Because at that point, you're saying, well, because the studios are going to look at it like, well, if they react to a black trans villain like this or a black drag queen villain like this, maybe we should just not include them in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Inclusivity anywhere is a good thing. It's a good thing. And for it to be a freaking LGBT movie, it's showing all sides of the rainbow, even though I do get the ideological turf sentiment that the writer may have had, could have had, nothing confirmed, mind you. I do think they should have just let the villain be a villain.
From these roles just because the characters aren't.
But I can see where the people complaining about it are coming from.
Good guys? Does it perpetuate stereotypes or does it normalize people's existence in media? Let me know what you think about this.
I feel like it normalizes people's existence in media, bro. I mean, there's not really that many famous black drag queen characters at all, if any.
Because I think it is an interesting conversation to have. And guys, let's be civil down in the comment section. Let's be respectful of each other, okay? But back onto things. I was thinking for a while that maybe this is just Twitter. So I decided to expand my search over to Reddit to get a different perspective. I found a post made 2 days ago on Reddit where someone said that they felt like Tai Lung in prison in all of this. Seemingly they're a fan of
Now, was it upvoted? Was it upvoted though? That's what matters.
But down in the replies, I found this. Watched it with my wife and her two very lesbian writer friends. I'm straight, my wife is bi. Nobody among us liked it. It's
Your wife is bi, nigga, what?
very much not satire, it's absurdism. It takes meta dialogue and tropes taken to their logical extreme for the jokes to land. Most of them do not land. It's pretty obvious they tried to copy Rick and Morty's style of humor. It just ends up offensive to everyone involved. Lesbians, non-binaries, and straights alike.
No, I'm saying having a bi wife is crazy, bro. You know that too? Hey, man.
Know it.
I feel like it's just too... That's just crazy, bro. She has two lesbian writer friends. Now, I'm probably going to get my ass fried in the comments, but like, dude. Oh, hell nah.
Say with some level...
Maybe they're in like some poly relationship.
Of certainty that the author is...
But at the same time, though, because if you say she can't have lesbian friends, then you're basically saying she can't have friends at all, because all women are lesbians.
turf. I also found this in the replies where someone was responding to the original poster claiming, most people in the LGBTQ+ community called it weird and offensive, just an FYI. And within this post are even more people discussing how the trans community at large generally didn't like the representation. A Toonhive post about the film, which has gotten millions of views by the way, claims that fans of The Has-Been Hotel, Five Nights at Freddy's, Invincible, Steven Universe, and more have united to hate.
Like what, bro? This is like the fucking... Wait, what is Invincible doing here? Wait. I didn't know Invincible was like a part of these communities. I can see Steven Universe, Five Nights at Freddy's, Aspen Hotel all being within the same cluster, but Invincible, nigga, that's random as hell.
On the film. Ladies and gentlemen, are we assembling the Legion of Doom here to flame this film online? Like, that's the level of backlash that we're at.
Yo, good night, Zane. Good night.
I'll have 8,000 people approve this truce. Call this hyperbolic if you want, but to me, this is literally worse than the alliance between Soviet Russia and Nazi Germany in World War II. This is the worst thing that has ever happened. Okay, I can't cut that. This lesbian said that one of the songs in the movie turned her...
I deadass saw black people and racists join forces in TikTok comments. Nigga, what videos are you watching? What? What?
Straight in a post that got 15,000 likes, by the way, and this guy called it 2017 Tumblr levels of bad, which should never be taken lightly.
Whoa.
And this rejection...
Fake ass laugh is cool though. All right, bro. All right, is this fake though? Oh my gosh, bro. Dawny, I just photoshopped the wig onto you and not gonna lie, oh shit, you should be... All right, bro. Wait, can I see the picture?
An LGBT film by the LGBT community isn't in fact new. This is now becoming somewhat of a trend, and a curious one at that.
Rejection.
When looking at this film's reception, something very interesting immediately caught my eye. Surprisingly enough, it has very good critical reviews, with 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. From critics. It only has 26%
Tomato. Oh, hell no, brother. Just say tomato, bro.
% from audience members. On IMDb, it has a score of 5.5, with many of these being 1 out of 10.
We blitz.
Now, this shouldn't come as too much of a surprise to anyone. Anytime LGBT media comes out, there is a strong chance it's immediately going to get downvoted. Lest we forget what happened in Season 1, Episode 3 of The Last of Us. People absolutely hated that episode, and one of the main reasons...
They got an 8.1. That is like good as hell for IMDb standards, though, bro. Most average shows have an average of like fucking what do they call it, like 7 or 6, bro. Most shows are not reaching 8.
Why,
even on their best episodes,
is that it focused on a gay couple. I don't think that all of these tweets are being made
6.4 hours, yeah, something like that.
Some people are not going to like it simply because it's a lesbian movie. We have quite a few stories of LGBT identities now, especially in animation. When you're telling a story, you need to do it well, and unfortunately for Lesbian Space Princess, I don't think that it does it that well. It lacks any form of subtlety or nuance.
Facts.
There isn't any subtext, there's no reading between the lines or insinuations. And unfortunately, this leads the film down the road of stereotypes. Characters show up, they announce exactly who they are and exactly what they are and what they want, and people just don't act like that. It dumbs the characters down and takes away anything that might make them unique. Even the lesbian that turned straight said that she hated it because it has horrible writing and shit representation. And
lesbian that turned straight, bro, what?
To back up my point, the song that she
Nigga was never lesbian though. He was just LARPing, bruh.
retweeted only occurred because one of the characters blurts out that she has a crush on the other one. There's nothing subtle or implied, she just outright says it.
I have a huge crush on you.
Wait, did I say that out loud?
Yes.
It's just...
Oh, no, not you.
Oh, Syra, I've got a crush on you.
Characters declare exactly how they feel right from the off, and this leads them to being one-dimensional. If there's nothing to read between the lines, then there's not much real depth to the characters. And a character without depth is a character that can be easily stereotyped. So is the movie as bad as Twitter?
It's crazy because gay people really be the best writers, bro. If you don't ball, you no ball.
have you believe? No. Is it good? For me? Also, no. Are some people only hating on it because they don't like lesbians in media? Almost certainly, yes. But is that everyone that hates it? Definitely not. There are issues with this film, especially with its dialogue and its one-dimensional characters, and then arguably with its representation. I'm sure that everyone watching this is going to have something to say about it, but I only care about one perspective, and that is yours. What do you think about this movie? Do you think that this is a turf film? Do you think that the representation is regressive? Or do you
I think any representation is good representation. Not gonna lie. Unless it's like straight up negative stereotypes, which I could see how people can see these are negative stereotypes, but me personally, you know what I'm saying, maybe they thought they were doing a good thing. I don't know how rampant turfs are in the LGBT community. I thought y'all was like team everybody, bro. You could be a man loving a man, you can be a woman loving a man, you could be a fucking man wanting to be a woman so you can love on women. Like, you can be whatever the hell you want to be. I ain't even know that shit was possible, bro.
I think that most of the backlash is simply because it's an LGBT film.
Not watching.
Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And whilst you're down there, please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed.
W videos. This is the last one.